Okay, good morning. We're going to continue the notion of mobilizing the upper half of the body and stabilizing and getting the lower half of the body to do the work that it needs to do in order to stabilize the rest of the body. So, how we're going to start is we're going to go to our basics. We're going to start with stance. Feet parallel, hips width apart. Here's your ASIS, here's your pubic symphysis. Midway in between is actual hips width apart. So that's how far the width of your stance should be. And now run your feet parallel, like you're on a set of skis. Depending on what's going on with your toes, you should follow the second toe to get parallel. Then you're going to slightly bend your knees, externally rotate your femurs, and then you're going to slightly straighten your legs. So there's a micro bend on your knees. Then you're going to push down with your big toe and the corresponding metatarsal head. The outer four toes and the corresponding metatarsal heads, but especially that pinky toe, and finally the heel. 1/3 the weight will go through the balls of your feet, 1/3 the weight through your toes, and finally 1/3 the weight through your heels. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to fire up first chakra, that's your pelvic floor. Second chakra, that's your lower abs. Third chakra is your upper abs. Draw your shoulder blades down and back, get your head over the top body, and just see what stance feels like. Close your eyes and breathe. Keep that first, second, third chakra on. Draw those abs in. Stabilize from your abs. And then we're going to do something interesting here. You're going to almost lock out your legs. So they're coming very close to hyperextended. You're going to put your hips forward. You're going to tighten your quads, but keep your butt relaxed. That's the hard part. And then we're going to do sit-ups from here. You're going to tighten your abs. So tighten your abs and release. Tighten your abs, release. Try not to use your butt. It's going to be really tempting to use your butt in this equation of things. But keep those quads on, keep your abs on, shoulder blades are down and back, hips are forward. This is working you into good posture and getting you onto your feet properly. 66% of the weight should be forward in your foot because you have 1/3 the weight through your toes, 1/3 the weight through the balls of your feet, and only 1/3 your weight through your heels. That means the majority of weight is forward. Tighten those abs, keep the quads on, keep the butt nice and relaxed. Okay? From here, we're going to start moving the arms. You will need your bigger ball for this one. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. We have done these before. Let me see, I need to step back a little further. You're going to take your arms over the top of your head, and we're only taking the ball in your left hand over the top of your head. Your abs are engaged. You're sucking in your tummy, and yay, my shirt is coming up again. 5, keep those abs engaged. 6, 7, 8, abs. 9, 10. And then we're going to switch sides. We're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, abs are on. 3, sucking that tummy, quads are on. 4, butt's relaxed. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the ball down, shake out your arms a little bit, move around your neck, see if you accidentally put it in there. And your goal is to keep the work in your shoulders and in your abs as you do this. Now we're going to do this in alternate sides. You're just going to switch sides. Notice how this ball, as light as it is, throws off your balance slightly. And that means you have to keep your core on. So this is time under tension because we're working muscles and not joints. That's why we don't want you to work your neck. We want you to work your shoulders, your abs, your quads, and your calves. Keep that pelvic floor on. Keep your belly sucked in. Two more. 1, 2. And shake out your arms. See if you accidentally put the work into your neck once again. We're going to put the ball in between our hands. Your arms are straight. I'm wearing a black shirt. It's kind of hard to see, but your arms are straight. Suck in that tummy, and you're going to squeeze the ball. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Chest is up. Shoulder blades are down and back. I know you're going to want to roll the shoulders forward. Bring them down and back. Keep your legs alive. And now you're gonna do it out in front of you. You're gonna squeeze a ball. Suck that tummy in. Every time you squeeze, you're tightening your abs, but not your butt. Now we're gonna 45 degrees up and forward. Notice how things are starting to cheat. You don't have as much mechanical advantage. Now up above your head, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Notice how you don't have as much squeeze as you did as when it was below your waist. And now take it back behind you. Same thing, we're gonna squeeze that ball behind us. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back, don't let your head come forward. Good. Now you're gonna take this ball and we're gonna move it front to back. Just feel what it feels like to go back and forth, up over the top of your head, back behind you. This is sagittal motion. Smiles are up. Good, switch sides. Same thing on the opposite side. Take it back behind you, take it over the top of your head. We're looking for big motion because we're opening up the shoulder joint. Should be no clicking and popping because we're using muscles and not joints. Okay, we're gonna switch sides again. Now, this will be more like a propeller motion. You're gonna go like this. Like you're winding up to throw a baseball in the 1920s. Abs are nice and tight. This is where they get the word wind up from because the pitchers used to wind up before they threw that ball. And now go in the opposite direction. You're not involving your head and neck. This is shoulder and ab motion. Okay, switch hands, same thing. Working that wind up. Notice if one side could do it easier than the other. No clicking or popping. You're trying to keep working the muscles. Okay, now go in the opposite direction. Suck in that tummy. Okay, good. Now, in this hand, once again, we're gonna go across the body. This is more like a propeller, I guess. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in that tummy. Long motions, really far away from your body. Abs are nice and tight. Opposite direction. Good. This is getting you to actually move, now it's in your right hand, using long angles at the shoulder, stabilizing through your abs, and also having to counterbalance with your body. Opposite direction. Okay, ball is in your left hand. We're just gonna go back and forth this way. Keep breathing, keep your abs engaged. Keep sucking in that tummy. Good, switch hands. Hold on to that ball, don't let it get away from you. It's 400 grams. It's not much, but it's enough to create a moment arm in which work is being done across muscles in your body. Okay, good. Now you're gonna set this arm into motion. You're just gonna do every kind of motion you can do with your shoulder. Back behind you, up over the top of your head, twisting one way, you could go the other direction. Just see what it feels like to move that shoulder around, keeping your abs engaged, keeping your core on. Working the long angles of your shoulders, because all day long we have short angles. We want long angles. It's okay if your torso rotates. That's actually good. Keep your abs engaged and switch sides. See what it's like to move around, do different things. Suck in that tummy, keep your core engaged. This should be elevating body temperature on this kind of cool morning in Hawaii. Smiles are up. See if one side moved more coordinated than the other side. And good. Go ahead and put the ball down for the moment. Interlock your fingers, abs are nice and tight. You're gonna rip apart your arms. So your arms are trying to go apart. As you're holding together with your hands, draw your shoulder blades down and back. In fact, we're gonna do that a couple of times. Just draw your shoulder blades down and back. Smiles are up. Okay, now keep pulling apart with your shoulder blades down and back. You're just gonna take your arms up over the top of your head and back down. Like you're holding an axe and you're cutting down tree, or you're chopping wood. You're keeping your arms straight. Don't bend at the elbows. Suck in that tummy. And on this last one, keep ripping apart as you set your arms into motion. You can go in different directions. You can do different things. Just move your arms around. Keep ripping apart though. This should be working your shoulders if you've done everything correctly. If you're not, you don't feel it anywhere, but maybe your neck and your knees. Okay, good. Unlock those fingers momentarily as I fix my shirt. Hands go back behind you. Interlock your fingers once again as we do our shoulder roll down and back. Keep your abs engaged, suck in that tummy. Just see what it feels like. Okay, good. Now you're gonna swing those arms around once again. Keep those shoulder blades down and back. You can move it around, you can bend at the hip. But you're opening up a whole lot of tension in your body. Keep breathing. Jaws relaxed. Keep those fingers interlocked behind you now as you squeeze your shoulder blades down and back to move your head and neck. Keep breathing. Stretch out the muscles on the front of your neck, the sides of your neck, and the back of your neck. Back's really easy because we slouch all day long. Once you get the front and the sides, and then just release your hands. I'm gonna take off my sweatshirt now because it's finally warming up a little bit. Okay, we're back in stance. Abs are nice and tight. Your shoulder blades are down and back. You're gonna give your shoulders a squeeze, abs are engaged. We're gonna do a couple of sit-ups. So we have our feet parallel, hips width apart, like we talked about at the beginning. We're gonna push our hips forward with our knees slightly unlocked but externally rotated. Your quads are gonna go on. I want you to feel your quads go on, but I want your butt nice and relaxed. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. We're gonna pump our hips forward first, just to make sure you can get into this position. Don't use your butt. Your butt stays nice and relaxed. You're using your abs and your quads stay on. Now stay in slightly the forward position. Make sure those quads are on, abs are nice and tight. Lats go on as you squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. Now we're gonna do sit-ups. You're sucking in your tummy as hard as you can and then release. Do it again. Make sure your butt doesn't clench as you tighten your abs. Suck in that tummy. We're looking for a nice abdominal cramping to go on because you're using your abs. You're not using your chest. You're not using your butt. Suck it in, release. Suck it in, release. And if you do this correctly, it should take a huge amount of pressure out of your low back. And good. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to take our ball, our big ball, and put it underneath the ball of your left foot. Abs are nice and tight. Once again, we're going to push our hips forward. So you're going to just pump your hips forward, keep your abs engaged, suck in that tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. Keep sucking in that tummy and tightening it. We're lengthening a gastrocnemius, which is so integral in good posture. When the calf gets too tight, our shoulders round, our belly hangs out, and our head goes forward, so we have to keep it long in order to stay standing up straight. Okay, keep your hips forward, suck in your tummy, hip circles. Try to get the motion from your hips and not from your head or your shoulders. Smiles are up. Opposite direction. Keep sucking in that tummy. Don't let that tummy hang out. Okay, good. Stay in this position as you bend and straighten your right leg. Keep your left leg straight. Keep both kneecaps pointing forward. Keep those feet parallel. Abs are nice and tight, especially when you're in the slow position. Don't let your abs shut off. We're activating a muscle called the transverse abdominis in all positions of hip motion. So that way it stabilizes your back. So suck in that tummy, keep your hips forward. And now we're going to bend and straighten that left leg. It's not going to bend and straighten as much because your calf is tight and also the ball's in the way. Make sure that knee goes straight forward, straight back. Keep your right leg straight. You're bending and straightening your left leg. Suck in that tummy. Okay, stay in this position. Hands go and stick them up. Suck in that tummy as we squat and then come back up. You're not going to be able to go far. Smiles are up. Keep breathing. 8, 9, 10. Good job. We're going to switch sides. Ball goes underneath the right ball of your foot. Your abs are nice and tight. You're going to push your hips forward, suck in your tummy. Abs go on, butt relaxes. Pump your hips forward. Feel the lengthening of this gastrocnemius. Keep breathing. Smiles are up. Okay, and here we go. Hip circles. Try not to move your head. We're moving from our hips. Keep your abs engaged. Suck in that tummy. Now go in the opposite direction. I think I'm doing this out of sequence, but that's okay. It'll all work out in the end. Smiles are up. Okay, now you're going to bend and straighten your left leg. Keep your right leg straight. Keep both knees running forward. We're stretching open your calf muscle. Suck in that tummy. Chest up, smiles up. Close up that rib cage. First, second, third chakras are on. Okay, switch sides. You're going to bend and straighten this leg, right leg. Yes, I did it out of sequence, but it's okay because we got all the motions. Suck in your tummy. Okay, from here, we're going to do a little squat. You're going to squat down. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. See what it feels like to do work with an uneven surface underneath your feet. 8, 9, 10. Good. Go ahead, stand off of the ball now. See what it feels like to come into standing. You should feel much more weight forward. you should have the ability to bring your chest up easier. Hips should come forward a whole lot easier. Fire up your quads, keep your butt relaxed. We're gonna do those sit-ups again. Suck in that tummy and then release. Suck in that tummy, release. We're really training that connection to the abs. As you now do hip circles, keep your abs engaged. Try to move only from your hips, not from your head, not from your shoulders. Keep breathing. And now go in the opposite direction. Suck in that tummy. Try to move only from that rib cage. Keep the tummy sucked in. And then arms cupped to your side. We're gonna do an old friend. We're gonna go for a run. This is a butt clap run. Your butt should be nice and relaxed behind you and it's slapping around. Suck in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing. Elbows up, abs nice and tight. You're trying to go for that crisscross across your belly. Nice X shape, suck in that tummy. We're looking for a center side ache. Elbows down. Keep breathing. Smiles are up. Elbows out. Almost done, suck in that tummy. Final run, suck in that tummy, elbows down. Fast as you can, final sprint, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. We're gonna take one of our blocks. Let's see how I should do this. You're gonna put the block underneath the ball of your left foot. We're gonna go into a wider stance. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Microphone. Okay. From here, your heel is down. Hands and stick them up. We're gonna start out with our squat. This is just opening up range of motion, but more importantly, it's opening up motion into your hips instead of your knees. Your knees will move, but we want the hips to take the lion's share of the work. 9, 10. Now, stay in the low position. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. You're gonna lift and lower your heel. Make sure that knee stays over the top of your foot as you lift and lower your heel. Your shoulders do not move. High heel at the top. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're gonna just switch feet. Heels down first. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to work. Suck in your tummy. You're gonna squat and then come back up. Try to keep the weight 50-50 through both hips. Suck in that tummy. 9, 10. Stay low. Abs are nice and tight as you lift, lower your heel. High heel at the top, low at the bottom, knee over the top of the foot. 5, abs. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, switch sides. You're gonna take your leg back about 45 degrees. Knee is bent, knees over top of foot. Okay, we're gonna start work here. Both knees have a micro bend on them. Abs nice and tight, you're gonna lift, lower your heel. Suck in your tummy. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you're gonna take this leg back behind you straight. You're gonna lock it out. Rear heel is off the ground. Abs are nice and tight. Woo, your heel's gonna go up. On the left foot, abs are nice and tight. Woo, we're gonna come forward. 1, 2, 3, abs engaged. We're working muscles, not joints. 4, 5, 6, 7, hold that balance. 8, woo, 9, no pressure in your low back. 10, Switch sides. Leg is back behind you. You're in a slight squat. Abs are nice and tight, lowering down. You're gonna lift, lower that front heel. Suck in that tummy. Smiles are up. Work should be in your butt. 8, 9, 10. Now you're gonna take that leg back behind you. Rear heel is off the ground, front heel is up in the air. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. We're gonna do it on this side. Abs are nice and tight. Watch that balance. We're working muscles and not joints. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing job. Switch sides. Okay, this time you will need your roller on this one. Okay, you're gonna take your leg straight back behind you. Rear leg is straight this time. Rear heel is up in the air. Abs are nice and tight. Front knee is bent. Knees over the top of your foot. Here we go. We're gonna lift, lower the heel. Lift up, lower down. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Keep breathing. Chest up. Abs tight. Suck in that tummy. 8, 9, 10. Keep that heel high. Both heels are high. Push your hips back. Straight spine. We're working muscles, not joints. So you should feel your quad and butt primarily, not your calf. And we're going to hinge forward and then come back up. Suck in that tummy. High heels on both feet. 5, 6, 7. Oh no, Gillen's laughing. 8, 9, 10. That was 10. It was at least 10. Take the leg back behind you. Abs are nice and tight. We're high heel on both feet as we lift and lower this front foot. Watch the alignment, knee over the top of your foot as we come up and down with our abs engaged. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep that heel up in the air. Abs are nice and tight, sucking your tummy. No pressure in your low back as we go into our lunges. 1, 2, abs are nice and tight. 3, 4, stick out that butt. 5, 6, suck in that tummy. 7, 8, 9, 10. We're switching sides once again. Okay, on this one, we're gonna cross your right leg back behind you. Your left knee is not over the top of your foot. It's actually running slightly off of it. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy. Push your butt back first. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing as you lift and lower your heel. Suck in that tummy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep that heel high in the air as we do it again. Hinge forward, come back up. The work should be in your butt, not in your back. Abs are nice and tight, your quads are on. 5, 6, 7, abs. 8, 9, 10. Stay in this position with a high heel. Suck in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're going to lift and lower that rear foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, abs. 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Good. Switch sides. Okay, leg crosses midline. Abs are nice and tight. Your knee is not over the top of your foot. It's slightly to the right. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. We're going to start out by lifting and lowering the heel. That's 2, 3, head up, eyes up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you should feel the work in your quad and your butt and your abs, not your low back. Here we go. Keep the heel up as we go forward. 1, 2. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing. 5, 6. Suck in that tummy. 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay forward. Keep that heel up. Lift, lower that rear leg. Your head shouldn't move that much. 6, 7, 8, oops, 9, one more, 10, good. Now, you don't need any equipment. We're gonna go into our stick 'em up. Oh no, actually this is the X-ray pose at the airport. Hold for 5 seconds. Suck in your tummy. Here we go. We're just gonna do a basic squat. You can see what it feels like to bend your knees and now be able to open up your calf muscles, put work in your quad and your butt instead of your knees. Suck in that tummy. No pressure in the back. And 10. Stay at the top, legs are locked out now, abs nice and tight, suck in your tummy, hip circle without moving your head. Now go in the opposite direction. So Saturday, May 7th, I'm teaching a live class at Blue Lotus. It'll be this class, Biofunctional Basics, and I think it's gonna be at 10:30. So I'll send out some info on that. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is go back into that squat position. You're gonna lift up your left heel. This is important. Knee stays over the foot no matter what. You're gonna rotate in. We're gonna work on your dance moves. Suck into your tummy and you're gonna squat. You're gonna come back up, rotate, put your heel back down, lift up your right heel, keep your knee over top of your foot no matter what, rotate in. We're gonna squat. Come back up, come back to center. We're just gonna go back and forth on that. Make sure a knee and the foot go together. Keep your tummy sucked in, rotate. Is that 4? 5, no cheating. That's 6. Heel up. 7. Heel up, rotate. 8. Heel up, rotate. 9. Abs on, heel up, rotate. 10, good. Come back into stance. Shake out your legs a little. Hands in, stick them up again. Abs nice and tight. We're in our squat again. You're gonna rotate. This time you're gonna follow with your other foot. We're gonna squat, come back to center, pivot, heel down, knee up, turn, rotate your foot, squat. I want you to get the motion through major muscles, no joints are working. Heel up, rotate, pivot, squat. Abs are nice and tight. Heel up, rotate, pivot. Watch the alignment, knees over tops of your feet. I don't know what number it is. I'm guessing that was 8. Was it 8? Was it 7 or 6? I don't know. I'll make that 7. I guess this is now 8. So notice how you want to unload the legs. We don't want to unload the legs. We want to keep the work in your muscles. Good. Feet together, abs nice and tight. Suck in your tummy. We're going to do hip circles. So you saw when you were working muscles how you wanted to shift it into your joints. You wanted to shift it into your knees and your low back because it saved you energy, but the goal is to stay in muscles and not in joints. Opposite direction. Keep breathing. And good. Now we will get our block back again. So your head is over the top of the block. That's the important piece. And if you core stabilize, your head remains there. If you lose that core stabilization, you lose it. Suck in your tummy, and we're going to do hip circles. Chest up. Your head should not move all that much. Try to keep the alignment on your knee of your right foot, also over right leg over the top of your right foot. Opposite direction. So Saturday's video, which I'm having troubles loading, is actually a great video for learning how to relax your facial muscles. I'll send that out to you guys. Okay, we're gonna push forward, abs nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy, we're gonna wag. Try to wag without moving your head. Suck in your tummy. Good. Now take your right hand, reach back, grab that left foot. You're pulling your heel to your butt. Chest is up nice and tall, suck in that tummy. You're just going to do your hip circles once again. We're setting up for balance. So we need range of motion. This is opening that rectus femoris. Opposite direction. Whoa, stretch. Notice how one direction was harder or easier than the other? 9, 10. Staying in this position, this is where it gets interesting. Hold on to your roller, but you don't have to, but you can, probably should. Suck in your tummy, keep your hips forward, tighten your abs. Very important you tighten your abs. You're gonna lift and lower your front foot. Try to keep your feet parallel, so don't let this foot turn out. It's gonna stay straight. Smiles are up. Okay, just stretch, hold this. We're gonna lean forward, you're gonna open up that stretch a little bit more. Suck in that tummy. Now you're gonna put the ball of your foot on the ground. We're gonna go into our thinker pose, so if you feel excessive pressure in your metatarsal heads, your knuckles of your toes, push that heel back to stretch out your plantar fascia and the Achilles tendon into your calf muscle. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy, chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. You should feel no pressure in the toes. Lift up nice and tall. We're gonna do our jumps from here. You're gonna jump and then back down. Abs are nice and tight, suck in that tummy. That's 3, 4. Use muscles, not joints. 5, so you should be using your quad and butt. 6, abs are engaged. 7, 8, 9, 10. We're switching sides. So same thing on this side. Head is over the top of the block. Abs are nice and tight, suck in your tummy. Hip circles, keeping your head over the top of the block, suck in your tummy. Try to make your hip motion as round as you possibly can. Smiles are up. Keep your abs engaged. Opposite direction. Suck on that tummy. Try to keep this knee over the top of your foot. Good. Stretch forward. We're gonna wag side to side. So this week, I guess Merry Monarch is going off. So I was watching something called Kohiko. This is where beautiful young women become kind of crazy looking as they chant in a way that says, "Don't get in an argument with me because I'm gonna win." It's the scariest thing I've ever seen. Hate to be in an argument with these women. Okay, now you're gonna take your left hand, grab your ankle. Abs are nice and tight. Pull that heel into your butt. We're going for that deep stretch. Suck in your tummy. Start out with hip circles because we're setting up for balance. Keep breathing. And now go in the opposite direction. Just open everything up. And then here we go, stretch forward. Suck in that tummy. And good. Release your foot. We're gonna come into our thinker pose. Get everything set up. If you feel excessive pressure in your metatarsal heads, really pull it heel back. Abs are nice and tight, suck in your tummy. And here we go, we're gonna jump. You're taking that left leg forward, right hand forward. Go nice and slow, you're using muscles and not joints, so that's your quads, your abs, your lats, and your booty. Major muscles, not joints. 4, suck in that tummy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more. And that makes a beautiful 10. 10. Okay, good. We're gonna come into kneeling now. I'll use this block. Okay, knees are together, your toes are pointed, you're leaning back, we're doing our sit-ups. Suck in your tummy, release, suck in your tummy, release. As you do, you can lift your knees up off the ground. 4, 5, 6, we're gonna do 27, 8, 9, suck in that tummy, 10, 11, 12, this is stretching out the front of the feet, 14, 15, suck in that tummy, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Curl your toes under. We're gonna stretch those plantar fascias again. So push those heels back, suck in the tummy, shoulder blades are down and back. Suck in that tummy and release. Suck it in, release. This should stretch your quads. Oh yeah. Good. I'm only gonna do less than that because that's pretty intense. We're going into pelvic floor work. Ball on top of the block. You're gonna have a seat on top of that ball on top of the block. Ah. Ball's midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. Abs are nice and tight. You're closing up your rib cage. Your pelvic floor is already activated because you're sitting on it. We're gonna do sit-ups here. Suck in your tummy as hard as you can, release. Keep your head over the top of the ball. Just gonna repeatedly contract your abs. Keep your head over the top of the ball. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Keep breathing. Where is it? Where is it? I'm sitting on it. Can't use it. Okay, from this position, you will use your arms, but I want you to reach out as far as you can outward. We're trying to create outward motion as you move your arms around. Long motions, not truncated near your body. It's not this. It's not like we're doing the Charleston. I want you more like your Martha Graham, really long motions. You can use your torso for sure. Abs are nice and tight. Be long and large. Reach. See what it feels like to extend and have energy through your arms. You can move symmetrically or asymmetrically, that's all right. Figure out how to be long and really expand those motions. Because the longer it is away from you, the longer lever arm that you're using and more abs that are required. Keep the pelvic floor on. Don't lose the pelvic floor because all motion originates from your pelvic floor. And good. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. You're going to take your right leg forward. You're going to do the same thing. You're moving your arms around, mainly with your left hand in front, right hand in the rear, although it can come out and do different things. I want you to see what it feels like to be long, to move from your torso. This way it's contralateral motion. See what it feels like to be long and expanded instead of short and contracted. Keep the work out of your neck. Abs are engaged. Very nice. Okay, good. We're switching sides. We want to make sure we can do it on both sides. Abs are nice and tight. And good. We're going to bring both feet forward. Chest is up. Shoulder blades are down and back. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to do the same thing now with your arms in a squatted position, which is really difficult to expand through his shoulders and abs, and I want you to really expand through his shoulders and abs as you move your arms around in different positions. I want you to be as long as possible, like your hands have two giant magnets in it of the same pole, and they're pushing your hands apart. They don't want them to come together. Suck in your tummy. You're moving through your core. Both arms are in motion. They can be doing different things, but they're in motion. Okay, good. Feet are parallel, knees are over tops of feet. We're finishing out with some sit-ups here. Suck in your tummy as hard as you can. Squeeze your pelvic floor. Draw your shoulder blades down and back. Smiles are up, face is relaxed. Give me one of these. Because if you can't make the horsey noise, it means you're stabilizing with your face. Okay, and hands on your knees. We're gonna do a recovery position stance. So you're gonna go like you just finished running a marathon. And now you're gonna tighten your abs, tighten your pelvic floor, suck in your tummy, and then release. Do it again. We're going to do work from this low position. Your leg is going to cross midline. It's almost like you're in a curtsy. Your left knee is crossed behind your right knee. It's a deep, deep squat. Abs nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Arms are back behind you. We're going to hinge forward, come back up. You should be working your right butt cheek. Eight, 9, 10. Stay with your arms back behind you. This is about not moving your head, but just bringing your heel of your left foot to your butt. So it's just this and back down. 5, 6, 7. Don't come up in height. 8, 9. Abs. 10. Good. Now we're going to switch sides. Cross behind. It's keeping your center of mass low. Cross that knee back behind you, midline, stay low. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna hinge forward and come back up. Suck in that tummy. Keep breathing. 7, 8, keep that front knee bent. 9, 10, abs nice and tight. Here we go, heel to butt. Chest up, stay low. 9, 10. Coming into recovery position again. Suck in your tummy, relax. Suck in your tummy, relax. Okay, hands going, stick them up, stay low. One knee down, the other knee down. We're coming to the ground and moving all our equipment out of the way. Ball's gonna go in the small of your back. Abs are nice and tight, shoulder blades are down and back. You're gonna suck in your tummy and try to pop that ball. Suck it in, release, suck it in, release. Feel what it feels like to try to pop that ball with your spine by sucking in your tummy and keeping your chest up. We're changing the shape of the abdomen. Okay, now without using your hands, you're gonna take your right leg, put it under your left leg. Okay, same thing, just suck in your tummy. It's just getting a different angle on your abs. You should feel your left side contracting harder than your right side. Nine, 10. Now take that leg back, take the other leg underneath. Suck in your tummy, same thing. You should feel your right side of your abs working. Okay, switch sides again. This time your arms will come up, suck in your tummy. We're gonna come up and back down. Keep breathing. 9, 10, switch sides. Suck in your tummy, same thing. Suck that tummy in, chest up. 10, good. All right, we're gonna pull out the wedgie we got. Ball goes in the small of your back, your legs are straight, arms are back behind you, abs are nice and tight. Once again, we're gonna do our sit-ups where we try to change the shape of our abdomen and pop that ball back behind us. Suck it in, suck it in. Keep breathing. Okay, from here, we shall go for a walk. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Keep your abs engaged. Don't bend your knee in order to lift your leg up. That leg comes up straight. Nine, 10, and rest. By rest, I mean suck in your tummy, chest up. Now, we're gonna do our arm motion again. So you're trying arm motion in different directions. You could do it symmetrically, asymmetrically, you could do it with twists, off to one side. But you're gonna play with motion. Up, back. Abs are engaged. Keep breathing. Move those arms around, long lever, because that requires abdominal stabilization. And good. Arch over the top of the ball as you now rock from side to side. Keep your abs engaged, suck in that tummy. You keep rocking out. I'm gonna switch out the music. You're gonna lay on your roller now, butt at one end, head at the other end. Your feet are parallel. Your head's gonna slightly tip off the end of the roller. That way, your crown of your head could be lined up with your pelvic floor. Your feet are parallel, knees are over tops of your feet. We're gonna work on some things. You're gonna close up your rib cage, which is third chakra. You're gonna fire up first chakra, and then you're gonna take second chakra, and you're gonna try to draw your navel to your spine, and your spine to the roller. Then we're gonna turn on the lats by squeezing our shoulder blades down and back, Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. And then you're gonna breathe. We're gonna do a tiny bit of balance. As you take your left hand into the air and right leg into the air, you're just gonna balance. And then good. Take your right hand into the air, left leg into the air, or just switch sides, whatever I said, just the opposite side. And breathe. Notice if one side was easier to balance than the other side. Switch sides again. Switch sides. Good. Both feet, both hands on the ground. Abs are nice and tight. You're just letting your shoulder blades melt down and back. Keep your abs engaged though. Don't let your second chakra turn off, but you're going to continue to breathe to the second chakra, which seems like a contradiction, but it's not. So you can stabilize it with it as well as breathe. That's what dancers and martial artists and athletes of all sorts have to figure out. Just continue to breathe. And now that you have breath, move around the last things that need to move around before we finish out class. Maybe your head, it may be one arm, it can even be a leg. Just move it around, it could be your torso. Just settle in. And then come back to center. You guys stay in this position. I'm going to sit up to bring you guys home. So you have done an amazing job of moving the upper extremities, stabilizing and moving from the lower extremities, because at the end of the day, motion's supposed to come from all the round joints. Those are ball and socket joints. That's the shoulders and hips, except that the hips are load-bearing and the shoulders are non-load-bearing. They can take weight, but they're not meant to carry the weight of the body. So that's why all motion comes from the hips and the pelvic floor, and it extends into the extremities. So in this last few moments, feel what it feels like to connect with your hips as a load-bearing, and then connect to your shoulders as the greatest range of motion in the human body. And it should be very free and easy in its range of motion until it has to put some weight on it, but never as much as the hips. And feel what it feels like to be in your center as you do this. And that is why often is the case that humans have pyramids projected onto them, because it shows a base to a crown and stability from the bottom to the top. Feel what it feels like to be in your center and breathe. You guys have done an extraordinary job. And on behalf of Maria, who could not be here today, and me, we appreciate you very much. We love that you come to class. We appreciate that you're willing to do the crazy things that we ask you, and you're supportive. Thank you, and namaste.